Hello, I'm here to present the capstone project that was created by North Monterey County Unified School District team. The very first portion that we worked on in this project was getting students into artificial intelligence and what it means. So students reviewed in a jigsaw format the article from Newsella for Google pitching artificial intelligence to help people unplug. Students were asked to develop the key ideas, come up with things that surprised them, and then get back together to discuss their findings. So the biggest piece of this project is to get students to think about health and wellness and the applications that can be used to help people stay healthy. We all wear smartwatches, or we have different apps that tell us to get up and walk around. But we wanted to put it more into a student scenario. So students were in this project are working together to design and think about AI and wellness in terms of those types of applications. And we used it as a way to introduce students to AI and its applications in kind of a fun way. So the idea is for students to use design thinking models and find some examples and give input that they can use in that design process. Because health and wellness is so important and it's a huge piece of our everyday lives, we wanted to make sure that students had the opportunity to be a part of designing this type of application and really thinking about how that investment can help us make lifetime healthy, active choices. So the design thinking process is what we use. So basically we started by setting the scene. Our Pear Chunk Incorporated was hiring their team to design a new fitness helper to suggest physical activity. And so we gave them some parameters around targeting fitness interests for particular age groups, a method for monitoring a user's mood before and after an activity, because that's what they're wanting to know, giving a lot of suggestions, multiple suggestions for fitness activities, and also tracking a participant's mood over the course of time based on the activities chosen. So students start off, they go through empathy interviews, they get to know their customer base, they can go to different grade levels and interview students, they can interview within the classroom. So they get to develop some questions about likes, dislikes, what they enjoy doing, what they relate to. Then they use those questions as a guide. We gave them some sentence stems and some different ways and notes and pointers for conducting interviews. We used videos as well as different thinking maps for them to think and write in. Then it came down to the ideating process, getting all the ideas out on the table, making sure that everything is considered without any judgment, which is a really good practice for our communication skills, and also being creative and even just a little out there. Taking them into the creation mode, we also gave them a little guiding practice. So they had a user profile that they would be considering, giving them a name, an age, and even some personal background for the activities and what might motivate them. Then comes the prototype. Find some applications to show their ideas in terms of maybe using some slides, Uzard.io, some neural network flow charts, just various ways for them to start mapping and prototyping. Then they want to also make sure that their application includes requirements. So again, the Pear Chunk requirements, going back to that checklist. And they also were encouraged to go beyond some of those requirements to explore all the possibilities that they could do. Then they were asked to go ahead and draft what they were doing, so that way they could conduct even more than one prototype if needed. Came to test their design. We gave them a couple videos that they could watch to kind of stem their ideas for the design test. And they would then complete a gallery walk to gather feedback for their prototype, talk to their target audience some more, see what that design played out. Then they're able to go back, reevaluate their prototype from what they've learned, ideate some more, and rebuild it if they'd like. So in this particular one that we have as the model is, well, how are you feeling today? Well, if you're feeling mad today, in this presentation mode, they can click on that emoji. It goes right to some activities they can do to help them kind of see how they're feeling. Then there's a self-reflection on how are you feeling after completing these activities? Are you still mad? Well, let's see. Maybe there might be some more activities to search. Some of the activities for them to search are throwing. So they can enter, if they wanted to, maybe this is a compilation for a search engine, that if they put throwing into the mix and they clicked on search, it's going to come up with some activities for an overhand throw. Great, now I'm learning how to do this, and they're gamifying it to earn points for correct critical cues that they perform. Maybe they're videotaping themselves to see those skills. They can go back to and look at fitness. search that out some more. Here's a lot of other video options, some other Pokemon fitness, even more gamified, to get people involved in what they're doing for their fitness and feeling how and resetting how they're feeling for the day. So that's the presentation of our particular project. I hope you found it enjoying and you have some great applications that you can use in your classroom as well. Thank you for your time.